Not long ago, I stated that Derek Carr is the NFL MVP, and although his injury has knocked him out for the rest of the season, if you guys saw the video, by the way, it's pretty wild of him saying immediately after he gets hit, it's broke, it's broke, it's broke, it's broke.
Hey, dickhead, it's broke.
It's broken. That means to some people that he shouldn't win the MVP because he wasn't there to finish out the season. Happened in Week 16. There's actually a case, even more of a case, to give it to him. Although he's not going to be my new MVP pick, I'm allowed to change my MVP pick because there's no contract that states that I'm not allowed to. Derek Carr could still get it. The terrible showing by Matt McGloin and the rest of the Oakland Raiders offense, and now it's going to be Connor Cook, without Derek Carr, proved just how valuable he was.
Yep.
Now, the poll says Aaron Rodgers should be the NFL MVP. And guess what?
Which means?
That poll is so very correct. And I'm going to tell you why Rodgers should get it over Dak, Zeke, Brady, Ryan. All right, for one, Aaron Rodgers said he was going to run the table when they were 4-6. I have stated this time and time again. The Packers are not a good football team. They very well can win the Super Bowl, but they are not at all proven to be a good football team. They don't have a good defense. They had to make a wide receiver or running back halfway through the season because their personnel under Mike McCarthy, and I love the people who tweet me all the time, look at that, Mike McCarthy takes another lead into the fourth quarter, and every time they take a lead into the fourth quarter over the last 20 games they won, that's good coaching. No, it is not. No, it is not good coaching based on that one stat. Good coaching is done by the 4 or 5 guys who don't need one of the 4 greatest quarterbacks of all time to win football games. They were 4-6 because Aaron Rodgers had no choice but to abandon Mike McCarthy's game plan.
Jason, you make great points. I was waiting for you to conclude it. But the point is, what I wanted to reference is it's actually a tweet you sent out. All the reasons why Aaron Rodgers should be MVP is probably the reason why he won't be MVP.
So here's the thing. He's now LeBron James.
Yeah,
welcome to the conversation, Aaron Rodgers, because LeBron James is the MVP every single year. Why? Why is he MVP?
Because his team wins, or he is more valuable to his team than anyone else on their team. That's why.
And at any point during any NBA game, regardless who is on the court, LeBron James is the best player. At any point during any game, on any football field, Aaron Rodgers is the best player on the field. Regardless who you have on defense, he is the best player.
This is where I think we have maybe disagreed a little bit before in the past. It was around Russell Westbrook with MVP in the NBA, is that if they didn't collectively finish high enough in comparison to someone else who's right there with them.
Right.
As much as it's more of a team sport, I think that the best players will always take their team to greater levels of success. And that is a testament to Aaron Rodgers. This is a guy who we were ripping apart in the middle of the NFL season, saying, not ripping him personally, but his team
the
was
Packers,
struggling.
McCarthy,
they
their
were bad.
GM,
and now
their
they have a good shot at winning the Super Bowl because Aaron Rodgers collectively is their most valuable player.
Not human.
Yeah, he's not.
He's not from here.
So that's where it sets them apart a lot of time
Francis,
from anyone else.
But what about Tom Brady for MVP? Sure. You have the same argument as Rodgers.
Yeah.
But hold on, how do NFL MVP, they're not going to vote a guy who only played 12 games. But then you realize for a second, you go, wait, the Patriots were 3-1. They were 3-1 without Tom Brady. They don't need Tom Brady. Yeah. You sure about that? 210 passing yards per game, the 288 when Brady returned. Total offense, 346 yards per game without Brady, 400 with him. Yeah, no, Tom Brady doesn't mean anything to the Patriots, I'm sure. Matt Ryan.
Great, yeah.
Best offense in the NFL. Atlanta Falcons, right? A quarterback always has to win the NFL MVP award, which is like the most bullshit thing ever, but it's true. Statistically true, Matt Ryan. Best offense.
Yeah, he
done a great job. Kyle Shanahan on the offensive
Dak Prescott deserves a good shout.
But I was going to say, same argument as Dak and Zeke Elliott. When you have one of the 3 best offensive lines in football, your NFL MVP is your offensive line. Aaron Rodgers does not have a top 5 offensive line in football. Aaron Rodgers has to find a way, and he did this exactly against the Detroit Lions. Scramble outside the pocket. The pocket collapses in 2.5 seconds.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers' receivers don't get open in 2.5 seconds. Aaron Rodgers' offensive line can't hold the pocket for 2.5 seconds. Matt Ryan's can hold it for 10 years. Dak Prescott's pocket won't collapse ever.
He's still holding it.
He's still holding the ball.
At the moment, he still has it.
Aaron Rodgers is the most valuable player in football because the Packers do not win 4 games this year without him. The Patriots, they could. They were 3-1.
The Patriots had a good start. Dak Prescott had a great season after what was delved to be a hopeless season because once again Tony Romo falls away. The same thing, he gets
Tony Romo
injured.
scored a touchdown.
I know, but I'm saying it's at the start of the season he was up against it. Tony Romo has got it back.
Tony Romo's back, and he's going to start the playoff game.
So I think that Dak Prescott deserves a great shout for that. But as you mentioned, the best players will always take their team to the next level if other people are not doing their job. They will rise above some of the areas of weakness. That's where Aaron Rodgers has shown that. So great sign, and of course an honourable mention in the end for Cam Newton, just because I wanted to.
Just because
he wears turtlenecks.
Cam had a rough season.
Yeah, terrible season. But MVP last year, and why, Jason? Because he was able to take that team
above and beyond.
Above and beyond.
By the way, there's two separate arguments for MVPs across all sports. This is important to note. When I talk about the NBA MVP, I'm talking about how MVP writers vote for an MVP.
Yeah.
Right? That's different than who the actual most valuable player is. The same thing goes for football. Those who win the MVP always get argued because of how the writers vote for the MVP. Quarterback or running back. Those are your options every single year. And the reason why running backs never win as much as quarterbacks touch the ball on offense every single time. Running backs touch the ball 20 to 30 times a game. Sometimes they're good in pass blocking. Guys like Le'Veon Bell are different. But in this case, I can't think of an argument outside of Derek Rodgers, combining the two. My rankings: Aaron Rodgers, Derek Carr, Tom Brady, Matt Ryan, Ezekiel Elliott. Dak Prescott, number 6, if you had to find a place for him. Comment below.
Sold.
And subscribe. Hopefully the Giants beat him anyway, but Odell Beckham Jr. is getting high on a fucking boat, so who knows?